Good morning, folks. It's Tuesday, June 28th, 6:32 a.m. 6:32. 2, understanding. 3, the people coming together. 6, of intuition. Um, Imagine that. Something we're going to talk about. Um, I'll be there in a second. um, Homeland Security. Rachel, Jaden, and Ruslin, thank you so much for the box of gifts. I appreciate it. I wish I could get out to Alaska and say hi to y'all. I wish I could do a lot of things that I don't have the time for, but it's important that I get out of here, do what I'm supposed to do. Um, this is mostly going to be about people understanding about people's intuition coming alive and stuff like that. Excuse me. Um, my head's just starting to, it's still putting out physical heat. Uh, wow. Yesterday, my core energy is fired up before starts in a base, what they call the base chakra, the base energy field where the spine meets the hip. It'll fire up, and then I start, my back will arc a little bit, and then all of a sudden the energy just flows out real hard, and then usually that's when stuff will go flying, when my energy outside of my body was using my body to fire up and throw things around. But this was different, and my muscles were clenching. I was just twisted, and my whole body was vibrating. It's like every single muscle in my body was contracting hard. Um, and then there's this a huge pink field that opened up, and some ships that didn't want to be there, but they felt they had to. They were just going to die attacking the Drak. They got taken away, and the instigators, mostly some Draco, the Draco, the Drak were just holding their ground in front of the field, and the others were coming at them. Just suicide, stupidity. They were conned into it, and some of these Draco down there. They got these other ships. It was a pink energy field. I've never made a pink energy field. I'm always busy fighting stuff, so it's always a charcoal black. That's what I've been doing for the last 8 years. Um, so this pink field opened up, and then I saw these little ships popping in and out, going places, and you know, there's some other people very strong. I'm always mentioning their names. They've seen it too. It's like, wow. Instant transport, little vortex Texas opened up, and these ships got sent home. It just poof, poof, poof. Except for this Draco and a few others, and just everything just got just like broken into little slivers. I had to put that in the video yesterday, so you'll have it for later. It won't come into effect for a long time, but I've told you all before. I'm not here. I'm here to be. I'm here now to do a job. And I am. Nothing's going to stop me. Nothing can stop me. When I get home, that's when I finally go to work and make the things happen. But I had to be here first. I had to come here to take to clean up the soil. fertilize it so I can go home and make some stuff grow, basically. The janitor's gardener too, I guess. um, it's kind of funny. Uh, what I do, what I talk about. It makes some people mad that I say I can do this, evolve people's brains and stuff. Because I do, they know it, and it bothers them because they want to. They want to be able to have that power or something. It's they can't do it, so no one else can because they're special. Their mommy told them, whatever. Kind of sad, really. But it's funny sometimes you think about it. What I do that I've already proven, but all the other things I talk about, there's no way for anyone to understand that until they can see themselves. Remember, there's so few people on this planet that are actually awake. It's a little over 3%, less than 4% of the population of this planet is aware of anything really spiritual, okay? Excuse me. And people that can actually see what's going on over there, about 5. I said about, I don't hold on to an exact number, there's almost none. So, why am I doing this? Why would I go around talking about this stuff when other people can't see it? It's like someone giving to a lecture about it's like a professor going to, I'm not a professor, I'm not trying to make that analogy. It's like a person getting in front of and going in on to an auditorium, going to a podium and talking to 1,000 people about the new model spaceship, and everyone's driving around Model Ts. It's about telling them about different colors when everyone there is colorblind. See, the thing is, everyone's not going to stay colorblind. You have to have this information now, so when it's time, when all of you are ready, and everyone's ready at different times, so you have it. There's people say that I make this stuff up. There's people say that this is all about me. That's easy to prove wrong. Look at the money that comes in. Look where it goes. My finances are going to be known soon. I've made statements of my abilities and money and everything else to judges in legal courtrooms. I'm not done yet. I'm making some statements, some very serious statements, and I can back them up. So, there's actually, I went to court one time in Roswell, Georgia. There was a judge down there, a young one. I looked at him when I went in there. I had, folks, I tell you, I have memory problems. I had forgotten to renew my tag. Imagine that, just like, duh. And I got pulled over. And I was kind of surprised. My mind is always floating everywhere, and the policeman looked at me, and he goes, sir, you know I pulled you over? I said, no. I said, I don't think I was going too fast. And then he goes, it's about your no tag or something like that. And I looked at him and freaked out. I said, someone stole my tag? And he looked at me kind of like, this guy really doesn't know. And he was right. I didn't know. I had forgotten to register the vehicle. It's supposed to be instantaneous, go to jail and everything else. So the guy didn't do that. The officer didn't do that. He just realized, that it just got by me, and it was something I was going to have to pay for. They impounded the car, and I had to go to court. That's when Michelle started taking over, doing some of that stuff for me, which was so sweet. Yeah. Yeah, she's adorable. Anyway, that's how she got my social security and all that other information. Anyway, so uh, I went to court, and when I got there, I looked up and I saw the judge. He's basically one of my kids, so to speak. You know, he's Lillian Hour Energy. It's not really my kid. It's just that's a body thing. Um, and I said that is so cool. And I looked at him, looked into him, looked around him. In and out of his life, past lives and stuff. And I got a big kick out of it. He's a really cool guy. And I thought this is going to be fun talking to him when I go up. And they just threw my case out and said, just get out of here. I'm like, okay. So it was obvious that, something what had happened. So they were really nice. But, it was made to happen that way to make it easier for me, too, which I, of course, appreciate. Um, the stuff I talk about that I do on the other side, literally killing spirit, um, I've proven to a few of you that had the stuff attack you, I kill it. And these people are very thankful, and sometimes later on, that everyone's easily manipulated by these souls. I had some more souls hanging on me yesterday. I was talking with Ann for a moment. She's really busy where she's at. She's getting ready to uh, make a big move in her life because it's time for her to come alive. Um, and so we were looking at things, and I was trying to talk to her about things. I saw her mind started getting messed with. And I'm okay, that's weird, but I couldn't hardly see because my head, oh, damn it. My head is being worked on too to get stronger. So I'm like, okay, I'll have to talk to her about that today. Let her know more about it because I had to go. I couldn't talk too long. But these souls, especially when you're real strong, the power output of the soul, it's much softer. Okay, it's like a soft candle. It comes up and it's easy for the stuff to attach to you and start messing with you. You can't even feel it. It's like an elephant walking through the grass. But they've had a lot of lives. They understand. They're out of their body. They're free to use what they have available, which is a lot. So like I say, when you're all out of your body, man, you're huge, incredibly powerful, very strong, very intelligent. Um, so it messes with you, gives you a hard time. And my own energy over there can literally get rid of it, but keep it away from me. It's my job to take it out. I told you a long time ago on the other side, they call what I am inside here the destroyer. That's my job, to protect all of you when I meet you. When I see you, I know who you are. How is that? I don't mean your name, but I know you. I can tell you all about you. Because I remember when you came out, I was there waiting. Back when Ara was one being, and later on as it got older, I was always the strong part of Ara. Before I was when I was inside him, I was still his primary focal point. I've always been part of Ara. I've always been a strong part of Ara. And Ara was made incredibly powerful to be the protector. Whenever the original first being, male and female, released a wave of energy, they had some other big pieces of source hanging around. It was clean source. They knew one thing about me. They didn't like me. Okay, that they had real excuse me, they had real serious problems controlling me. But they knew that I had this thing about honor and protection. And when they put their energies together and they release more of themselves, that's when they need to be protected. That's when they needed me there. Even though Ara came from Aramelius, who was huge, Aramelius did not have the power level of Ara. Ara was stronger. Bigger, Aramelius much bigger, and very powerful, but not strong enough. But it's kind of like a hand catching a bullet. It ain't going to happen, okay? So anyway, the reason I brought that up, I was there. I have memories inside. Folks, what you've learned in all your lives, which is crazy, what you understand from being with others outside your body. As soon as you're, in your normal form, spirit, sentient energy. As soon as you drop your body, get rid of your lease vehicle, turn in your lease vehicle, and go home. Um, that's what it's like. You're all over the place, incredibly intelligent, and doing all kinds of neat stuff. So when I meet you, I remember you, and I've had a lot of lives with a lot of you. Okay, this is my 220,000th life on this planet. A lot of lives on this planet is 50 plus. Okay? Been around a long time. I'm tired. Um, I'm tired of creation being what it is. I'm tired of everyone being kept asleep. It's not your fault you're asleep. It was you. This was done to you. These bodies, all this was done to us. And thank you. And now it's about to be changed. It is being changed. It's already mostly been changed, but it has to change here in the third dimension, the physical realm. I have to do another video about dimensions too, because there's so much garbage out there. All these guys talking crap. This dimension, that dimension. Corey Good talks about it. It's it's floating everywhere. I know about dimensions. Yeah, I remember when Arrow made them. Okay, the original one was it made itself, and then the second and third dimension were made by the male part of the original first being, and everything after that Arrow made. It's separating frequencies. That's all it is. It's just everything is so simple. You just have to have the basics. And again, I know I keep doing this, folks. I'm doing this for a reason. Okay. I'll be out of here soon, okay? I'm not doing too good, and it's not going to get much better because it's time. I'm doing that on purpose so the other side's being served notice I'm coming, and there's nothing they can do about it anymore. Creation. It's beginning your origin. Folks, this is how it all started. There's so much information in this book. The other one, Creation, is Journey Evolving into Paradise. They're on Amazon.com. They've got pretty good ratings. No matter what it is, where you go, there's always some nitwit that's upset about something. Whatever. Love them. They can get over themselves, I am. It's a slow read. Okay, it's like the editor said for both books. The first book was done by the editor of Amazon.com, CreateSpace. And they said that, look, we had to keep your paragraphs short. You like to write short paragraphs, and we like longer ones, but we had to keep them short because, there's too much different information in there. It's like you're talking about it in a very simple way. However, it's like a textbook because there's so much information in there that's nowhere else. How can it be anywhere else if I'm coming here to tell you the truth of what exists? So it is kind of funny that I'm talking to people about stuff they can't see. Again, like I said before, why do that? Because it's what you need. When it's time, you'll go and get it. It's there. It was important for me to write those books. I really kind of want to get that third book done on DVD. I don't know what I'm going to do though. I don't know how much time there is. I have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of stuff I'm doing. Talking to people about actually killing spirit, actually destroying energy while in a body, something no one can see. Do you really think I make this stuff up and I talk about it for attention? For fame? Why the heck would I do that? Why would I bring that stuff up? To make something about me? No, I'm not about me at all. I'll tell you what is. Yeah, I'm all about me. All this money I make, the millions of dollars. I could take the money that I made, instead of throwing the money away to someone else when it was supposed to help animals, I could have taken $50,000 of that money, just a very small bit of what I made for someone else, um, and literally paid for the medical time to actually, with the MRIs actually proving what I do, and then spend another 5 grand advertising it, and it'd be everywhere. Be everywhere. Well, why don't you do that? Because I don't want to. I don't care about that. It's very simple. I'm almost done. My job was to bring the information. My job was to start this. I'm the tip of the point of the head of the spear. But I'm also the janitor. This creation thing is a mess. I feel bad that it's screwed up like it is. I didn't screw it up, but I'm doing what I can to fix it. Things have already changed so much on the other side. When you go home, you're not going to know where you are. So many people are passing, going home, and they're like, what the? When the war was still going on pretty heavy, excuse me, a gentleman I had a consult with said he was concerned about his friend. He had committed suicide, excuse me, and went home, and they were really connected. He said he was a little concerned about him. He could feel him being concerned, and I looked at him. I said, yeah, he didn't. Well, he was really tired of being here. They were partying. He was a young kid, and he partied a little too hard and wound up dying. It wasn't a direct suicide, but he just didn't care and just wasn't careful. I ask all of you, please don't mess with drugs. Anyway, I went, as soon as he started talking about it, I just immediately went to him. The guy was a spiritual traveler, and he knew he was there to do something, to make a change, and something was wrong, and he kind of wanted to go home. And then he got home, and I looked at him, I found him. It's like we're energy floating around, but if you think of him as walking along some ground where an atom bomb had gone off a while ago, everything was blown up, destroyed, or a bunch of whatever bombs. It's just he's looking around. It's like a dead war field, and he's a little nervous, but he's like, "What the hell?" And I just talked to him real quick, and I said, there's a fight going on. Don't worry about it. You're fine. And he looked at me, kind of scared. He calmed down. He's got put somewhere good, so he's fine. But folks, if I was trying to make a name for myself or something, I'd be doing other than what I do. I could spend the money to prove what I do beyond any doubt whatsoever using MRIs. It would cost me thousands of dollars. That's thousands of dollars that doesn't go to animals and everything else, and it's not about me anyway. As a matter of fact, it needs not to ever be about me, because it's not. It's about family. It's about everyone. I'll be gone. This be Brajou, Paul already. They can crank the heck out of people. Anne's coming up real soon. She's a powerhouse. Folks, you wait till you meet her. And our children that Anne and I have, and there's new ones coming now, that's going to be wild. You're going to see some stuff that's going to blow your mind. It'll be going on mostly out in space. But you'll see it. You'll know about it. They're totally human. Feel sorry for the boys that have bald heads. Bad joke. But it was important for this DNA that I have and the DNA that she has to get together. So, and she is a big, huge focal point of Lily, and on the same of Vera. So our DNA is just totally whacked out. My DNA is something that's just It's never been around. First time it's never been anywhere. First time the Anunnaki ambassador popped by, um, I reached up to talk to him. He didn't come down here. He only came down here to the house one time. The astral projecting, not physical. Excuse me, with his aid. But I was talking with him. There was a doctor. I was taking a shower, and there was a doctor trying to read my DNA, he was trying to read my brain and everything because they wanted to see how much damage I'd done in my brain. I was trying to rip it apart to get out of this body to go head on one, take on the original male and female. That's when I first started doing this, and I wasn't near. Compared to what I am now, I didn't have anywhere near the strength. I was going to call myself weak, but I never was. Anyway, then I was taking a shower, and he was literally trying to pull DNA out of me. His energy was hitting my ear, and he was trying to pull some DNA out. I just I had a little issue with him, and and got an apology. They're gone, but again, here I am talking about stuff other people can't see. What is this, fairy tale time? There's no such thing as metaphysical abilities. They're used every day by everybody. Everyone's been pounded with the hammer of disbelief. Disbelieve yourself. Disbelieve your abilities. Have no faith in yourself. Come to your government. Pay us. We'll protect you while we're beating you up. Do what we tell you to do. Obey. Submit. Obey. Religions. You must obey now. And we want 10% of your money too. Okay? We're not bad like the government. We don't want 50%. We only want 10%, but you're going to give it to us. Or you're not going to go to heaven, and the devil guy that we invented, he's going to do stuff to you. Disbelief in yourself, who you are, and your abilities. But then here comes this crazy sounding old man in overalls. Yeah, what happens? I'm real. I prove what I can do. When I started becoming awake, it was new to me. Every time you're in a physical body, when you start waking up, it has to happen every time, unless you make the body. Unless you come to a planet and actually make the body yourself, then you're going to be in a body, you're going to be totally dumbfounded. Then you have to wake up when you can. Excuse me, but it's easy to put controls on you. Like the original first angels, what they were made to do. They were made to do that. It wasn't their fault. And the ones that are left are free and honored. Gentleman Tim, sorry, my head's, don't touch your head. Timothy McPowell Jones. I think that's his name. I can't get it right now. I can't get anything but a headache. Oh, crap. This stuff is going on just so I can get something else done that needs to happen while I'm waiting to get out of my damn body instead of being able to do it free of this body. Damn, my whole head is just coming out. Folks, there are things that happen that are happenstance. Circumstantial. But the big things that happen in your life, almost all of them are controlled. That's how creation is manipulated to go in one direction. The thing is, the manipulators are gone. There's new stuff coming, and we're coming out of chaos. A short form of insanity. Excuse me. And anyway, the reason why I do this is because it needs to be done. Let me give you some good advice. When you start to wake up and get stronger on that one thing, you really might want to think about following my lead on that. That when people say you can't do this, you can't do that, and you know that you can, stand up for yourself. Do that for yourself, please. Stand up for yourself. I always will. Stand up for you. Myself too. It's time for the world to awaken. But you have to find yourself first. There are millions of you here ready to lead the way. To help everyone wake up. I got other stuff to do. But part of my job is making sure you can do yours. And you can. I know you can. I know all of you. Like I said, I was there when you came out. Every one of the waves, every one of you, when you were released from the original first being male and female, I was there. Waiting, watching, keeping an eye out, making sure nothing bad happened. I watch you all come out this energy into an orb, vibrate, and pull apart into spirit mates, usually soulmates. Lily and Ara were the first separate beings made to have lives. They are the original Adam and Eve. Well, I need to run, but my head's literally just opening up so crazy right now. I can't hardly put the thought processes together. So people, wake up and wake them up. Become yourself. If you want to get involved in this, good. If you don't, that's fine. But if you feel the calling, if you feel that calling inside yourself, that pull, that yearn, that hunger to be yourself, why not? It's easy. I've given you all the information you need. It all got taken away, and I'm bringing it right back to you in a more simplified form. Okay? So, have faith in yourself. Don't let other people talk you down. Get in their face and say, eat it. Eat what? Whatever you can pick off the ground. Give them hell. Look them in the eye and say, buzz off. Why are you interfering in my life? How does what I do now affect you? You don't want to hear it? Frack you. Get tough. The stronger you are defending yourself, the stronger your fortitude becomes. Plant your feet down on the ground. Feel yourself connected to Gaia. Stand up and just say no. Have a good life, dude, but have it without me. No, I'm not taking your crap. No, I'm not going to deal with your garbage. I am what I am. You're ignorant and you have no idea what's going on. You're probably going to stay that way, not my problem. But you're not going to stop me from becoming who I am. If they try, that's a form of abuse. Telling you, this abuse things, folks, you're going to see the karma kicking some butt here. Okay? there's going to be all kinds of little things happening. This one gentleman wrote in. I got up very early this morning and happened to catch something on the email. Back of the head's whacked out. And he said he was watching. He's kind of new coming in. He was watching the video where I was talking about 11/11, and all of a sudden, wherever he lives, a bird started going crazy talking at him. And then he looked at a bird, and then his spirit guide said, "Look at a clock. Look at a clock." So then he didn't even know why, but he just looked at the clock. Guess what time it was? 11:11. Folks, there's all kinds of message, there's all kinds of stuff going on. This stuff is real. What I tell you about is actually real. You'll find out about it in the next 100 years. That's no problem. When it's time, it's there for you. Okay? Y'all are awesome. You have no idea what you're capable of, all the incredible things you can do. You also have no idea the power that you have behind you that's going to back you in everything you do. And also that this is going to be made to happen and nothing can stop it. Not a damn thing. This awakening is going to happen. Creation is going to clean up. Not just the physical on the third dimension, all of them. And we'll go into dimensions here pretty soon because that's a garbage mess that's thrown out there. It's done on purpose. Anyway, folks, look, love you. Take care and have a good one.